Days of Our Lives fans have been thrown into a whirlwind of intrigue now that Catharina Green has been proven alive. The revelation raises more questions than answers and sets the stage for a shocking exploration of betrayal, estrangement, and deceit. However, the timing of this discovery only deepens the mystery. Strangely, Catharina's children, Mark Green and his siblings, arrived in Salem just 2 days after Konstantin Miliounas's unexpected death. Is this simply a coincidence, or does their arrival mark the next chapter in a carefully plotted scheme? After all, Days of Our Lives has taught viewers one undeniable truth: nothing happens by chance in Salem. Years ago, Konstantin Miliounas's claimed that his teenage daughter Catharina had died tragically in Greece, a story that has haunted Salem's most legendary characters. But now, with Catharina alive and well, her resurrection forces everyone to ask, did Catharina fake her death to escape her father's control? Or has Konstantin, true to his duplicitous nature, been spinning lies for years to further his own agenda? Konstantin has never been a man without ulterior motives. He arrived in Salem with a grand con, seducing Maggie Kyriakis to access her fortune and claiming that Victor Kyriakis, his so-called childhood friend, owed him a massive debt. While scheming against Maggie, Konstantin also attempted to manipulate John Black, the man who has never been able to shake his past sins, and drag him back into the shadowy world of the pawn. Years ago, in Catharina and Konstantin's hometown in Greece, John and Steve Johnson found themselves embroiled in an unforgettable tragedy. Acting as operatives on a mysterious mission, John broke into the Miliounas's family home. What happened next became the stuff of nightmares. John, believing his life was in danger, fired his gun. The bullets hit Konstantin and Catharina. To John's horror, the teenage girl was presumed dead, and the guilt has weighed heavily on his conscience ever since. Unable to forgive himself, John returned to Greece years later, desperate for answers and seeking redemption. He needed to know if Catharina was alive, to make peace with the past and the ghost that has haunted him for decades. Now, as it turns out, his suspicions may have been right all along. But Catharina's survival doesn't make things clearer, it complicates everything. Somehow, she managed to escape her past, cross the globe, and settle in the United States. She married an American man and allegedly lived a quiet life in Missouri, far away from Konstantin's reach and the haunting memories of her childhood. But this begs the question, how did Catharina manage to fake her death in Greece? Was she truly estranged from her father, or did Konstantin orchestrate the entire charade to serve his own twisted goals? If Konstantin knew his daughter was alive all along, why did he tell the world she was dead? Adding another layer of complexity is Clyde Weston's mysterious involvement in Catharina's story. Viewers will recall the puzzling moment when John Black was found in a Missouri room where Catharina, then known as Cat Green, was staying. How Clyde fits into this decades-long puzzle remains unclear, but his presence suggests that Catharina's story has yet another dark twist waiting to be revealed. Konstantin's lies or Catharina's secrets? With Konstantin now dead, Salem may never hear his version of events. However, that doesn't mean the truth won't come out. Catharina's survival has thrown a spotlight on every detail of the past, and there are still questions that demand answers. Why did Catharina disappear? If she faked her death, what was she running from, Konstantin himself, or something far more sinister? Was Konstantin lying all along? Was his story about Catharina's death just another manipulation, crafted to frame John Black and gain Maggie Kyriakis' sympathy? Why now? Why has Catharina re-emerged at this precise moment? Did her children's arrival in Salem signal something bigger at play, or is her return tied to Konstantin's death? Finally, the question looms, is Catharina truly the innocent victim of her father's manipulations, or has she been playing her own long game? Perhaps the estrangement between father and daughter was real. Perhaps Catharina wanted a life free from Konstantin's schemes and lies. But then again, this is Salem, where trust is a luxury no one can afford. Now that Catharina Green is alive, one thing is certain, her presence will shake Salem to its core. Whether she is here to reunite with her family or expose old secrets, the residents of Salem should brace themselves for the truth, because whatever Catharina has to say will undoubtedly change everything. Was this all part of Konstantin's final con? Or did Catharina pull the ultimate disappearing act? Fans, what do you think? Is Catharina a victim, a survivor, or something far more complicated? Whatever the truth may be, this story is far from over, and Salem may never be the same again.